Hello and welcome, as it is time to do a Bitcoin video. Start off within the daily chart. My name is Derek. It's Crypto Day on the 7th of April 2018. Everything's your own risk, own reward from anything presented within this video, anything that you do. I'm just going to read the chart as I see it. All right. So I've already talked about the 3,000 levels and the 1,000. I'm not going to go over that. And even what needs to happen to get to the big upside levels, not going to go over that. This is going to be talking about how the market status is shaping up within the given action. Basically short term, but a lot of this is very important for long-term analysis as well. Okay. So within this downtrend, price action left this 18 average of lows with a very decent sized red candle that brought the price back down to where it came from, the lower end. So the 2-day rally was completely given back in one day, which is followed through with a pause situation, a pause day. And we got some big ones to talk about short term, but we'll get into that. And the pause day just hung in there, didn't go up much, it went down a bit more. Bearish situation. And then you follow the bearish situation up further by having a day where the high was a little lower than previous, the low was lower than it was before, it closed near the lower part of it, not much room left to go to the 64. Realizing breaking that, the whole plan, since we've seen it resisting this area here, that the play in here was telling us, okay, we're probably going to test previous low at 6,000. So it's still working out. The trend is lower, lower highs, lower lows, and this green candle hasn't even came up to the 18 average of lows, at least not there as of yet. So therefore, I want to see this on the shorter term level. It's very important to note that any rallies, at least for now, has to really get above here to even remove or start to talk about cautionary reasons why this bear market on this time frame will come to an end. Because you can always expect from this move here and its down move to give it a 61.8% retracement and a bit more, whatever. However, if it's going to come back to where it came from without making a lower low in here, oh, that's not bearish. No, that's not bearish. So that's why any movements up to like 7,200 and definitely go to 72. Breaking these previous points in here, start to get cautious on a bearish level. Price action breaking out above this level here. Well, now you're going to be starting to talk about a double bottom. And that's a very bullish situation. Or it's a bullish situation because, well, we had this double top in here, which is the polar opposite. You'd have a move in here. And that's why in here, no reason for me to think right now that I'm going to give this rally a lot of credential right now that's coming today until it can get past this point. Okay, so with that in mind, let's take a look at the shorter term action. I'm going to remove the drawing tools and change this to the 400-minute time frame. And we can see within this move, it's gotten to the 18 average of highs. It's pulled back just a little bit. Just a bit. And what do we see in here? Well, since its decline in March, leaving 11,000. I said I wasn't going to talk too much about the bigger areas, but 11,000 isn't big compared to the 20. Since this decline, price action's correctionary phase was a sideways movement here. Really nothing bullish about this. This was a correction through time, not through price. So it's corrected via the 18. Now it did have an okay move here, but it didn't correct too successfully in this stage. And then the indications leaving here, large leg lower, resisting the 18 again, leg lower, not large one, but a leg lower. And here you had an interesting note by one large green candle followed up with bullish movement afterwards. It only resulted to one leg higher. It resulted towards that double top, which after rejection, and this was the only opportunity it's had so far to revert the trend until here. Where was support here? It wasn't. It just wasn't there. And now price action. After that, you'd be thinking, ooh, failed move higher, fast move lower. Well, I mean, all it did was go down to previous low, and given this correctionary down move, you're expecting more. But that doesn't mean, again, in a downtrend, why you don't go to previous low. This is a spot where I've said many times before, this is a place where it's both bullish and bearish to find support. On the bearish level, it's got to resist it pretty darn near soon if it's going to be the case. But if it does do such, and you see the rollover in there, then yeah, 6,000 is coming in that near term. But if price action gets above here, then that's that double bottom that I talk about before within the daily time frame. Well, not really daily time frame, but just after. Well, anyway, I'm going to take out the drawing tools and shorten the time frame out again. Within the 3-hour time frame, we can see just quickly again here, this is that breakout attempt getting out above this resistance in here. Not supporting here, and even the 61.8% level, this is where you'd expect it to support. But it didn't. It came down to it. It resisted it, came back again, and it's resisting again. And what I really, really find interesting about this is 9 minutes, 38 seconds remaining. And this is a 3-hour time frame. So this period is pretty much over. This is a pause period. You have a significant move, and then you just do this. Okay, so let's take a look at this on the 60-minute. Okay, wow, interesting. So what do we see here? This was driving me nuts today. I was gonna do a video twice actually. I'm thinking, oh man, what do I resolve from this? And I was gonna give more warning bearish signs, so I'm kind of glad I didn't make it. But one thing to note that, oh, there's that breakdown. This is a scare move, breaking down below the support and the follow through. That's so typical Wall Street. Well, I'm not going to say Wall Street, but what I've been used to during traditional market analysis, and cryptos have had a lot of non-traditional things come into form. So possible symmetrical triangle when you see this. There is, of course, this uptrend playing through from this move within this pause situation. I'm going to keep the drawing tools available and see how this triangle looks like on the 15-minute, and I could probably draw it a little bit better. So then let's try it again. What's up with this here? Anyway, sideways consolidation from its move, and even another pause period in here after its move. But you get this very low volatility. There's no big players in the game at this point. And then big players are going to come in. And overall, this move, this volatility, let's take a look at this again on a longer term time frame. I mean, nothing to write home about. It just went from very low to not as low. So this move, when it comes down to it, as we can see, I'm going to remove the drawing tools again. It's going to be relatively defining because it's overall done this sideways correction at an area in which was where the low was, but it didn't stay there that long. It's been there now for over 1 week right now. Because if it does successfully work with the short term, and you see the situations where you find key support here, maybe if it even goes there, because it can just break resistance as it is, but it makes its pattern of higher highs and higher lows, and it does manage to get past these areas I told from the outset where the concern levels come into place. That it's what you would need to start getting moves above here and start talking about, okay, this is attempt number 2, this being the first, and the reversal of trend on the daily time frame. But with all of the resistance area moves that this thing has been having, if this does give in and it is unable to hold the key areas from the low of about 6,500, and whatever this high happens to be, which is right now south of 7,000, on Coinbase it is 6,900. If it isn't able to hold it where it is supposed to, right now just quickly browsing, we're looking at about 6,600. If that area shows weakness, then 6,000 is next in line. And like I stated before in an earlier Bitcoin video, if the price action does reach 6,000, I still don't know if it will yet. I just think it's favored to do so. I don't know what's going to happen there after that, because it could be a good bottom buy opportunity, and the better buy opportunities could present itself near 3,000 as well. Okay then, so thank you for tuning in to this video. Given the time situation, and I'm working on I don't know what a noun term to present as such, a double day or two half days. A spot where you spend, you sleep 3 hours or so, 4 hours at nighttime from like 7 o'clock to 11. That I'm going to be probably doing another 3 or 4 hour sleep session and sometime this morning. Don't know what time I'll get up at, so the 4-minute morning may not be up at around 9:30 a.m. Eastern time, which is when I like to get it out by. It could be later on, but it will definitely be on its way, presented in the morning. Okay, thank you for tuning in, and have yourself a great day. Bye-bye.